Question number 34. ABC Technologies is expecting to receive a sum of $400 lakh, not 400 lakh, I'm sorry, 4 lakh after 3 months. The company decided to go for a future contract in order to hedge the risk. The standard size of the contract is $1,000. So total contracts would be the exposure divided by the standard size, which is 400 contracts, right? As on the date, the spot and future price is given to US 44 and 45 respectively. Suppose after 3 months, the company closes out its future position and the futures are quoting at 44.5 and spot is also quoting at 44.5. You are required to calculate effective realization for the company while selling the receivable. Of course, the receivable has to be sold. See, you have a receivable in terms of $4 lakh. What will you do is you go into the market and you sell these dollars, because by default we are assuming this, in this case there are two currency, rupee and dollars, right? So dollar is my foreign currency here. I will not need these dollars, I'll have to sell these dollars against rupee, right, and get the rupee. Sell dollar or buy rupee, right, because it's a foreign currency for me, dollars. So even if this was not given that, while selling the receivable, it's by default understood. Receivable means I have to sell that foreign currency. Also required how the company has benefited using the future option. Okay, it's easy. Let's do the solution. Let's see the solution. Question number 34. Spot is given to me as 44. All this is rupee by dollar. Okay, dollar is the standard currency here. $1 is equal to rupee 44 and 45 respectively. Spot is given to me as 45 as on today. All these rates are okay. So I've entered into a future contract at 45, right? There is no bid and ask, very simple, 45 straight rate. Entered into a forward contract, not forward, sorry, future contract in this case, at rupees 45. At this rate I'll sell. Okay, the contract is entered that I'll sell the receivable $4 lakh, right? So my receivable $4 lakh, that is my exposure. Okay, now the question has also given that on the future date, that is after 3 months, the future quote and the spot quote, these rates are 44.5. these rates are same. Okay, on maturity the future and the spot has converged basically. Okay, let's start the solution. I've written so that we can quickly go through it and save time. Solution. First of all, since this is future contract, so I have done that. What I've done is I've got the number of contracts here. Basically, it's nothing but the exposure divided by the standard size will give me the number of contracts. This number of contracts is something that we do in case of futures. This is something that we don't do in forward contracts. Now, what is my base exposure was $4 lakh, correct? Receivable, right? Receivable dollar. What will I do with these dollars when I receive it after 3 months? I will sell these dollars at future rate. So for that, in order to hedge the risk, I'm entering into a future contract today at spot at the future rate. Okay, at spot at the future rate at 45. I'm selling these. How many contracts? We've just calculated 400 contracts I'll be selling at 45, and one contract size is $1,000, correct? So I'll sell dollars, 400 contract, one contract size is $1,000, and I'll sell at 45 rupee by dollar. Now this dollar goes, I'm left with rupee 1.8 crore. Okay, this is the future contract value. Got it? Now after 3 months on maturity, I have to close the open future positions. So what I'll do, basically I'll close the position, means enter into an opposite contract, right? Initial future contract, the hedge contract was sell dollar. So now what I'll do is buy dollar. Very simple. Okay, so buy dollar. Now what is the rate prevailing in the market? Let's see. I've written these rates. See, on the future date, let me use this instead of highlighter. On the future date, that is after 3 months on the maturity, the spot rate is 44.5. The future rate is also 44.5. See, I have to take the future rate in order to cancel out the future position. Okay, the spot rate will be taken for the actual inflows or the outflows. Now in this case, it's the inflow because it's receivable. In this case, basically both rates are the same, but in case they are not the same, then how to interpret, I've just explained. Okay, so the future rate is 44.5. So I have sold at 45 and I'll buy the dollar at 44.5. Similarly, 400 contracts, one contract size is $1,000, and I'm selling at rupee by dollar 44.5. A clear cut gain can be seen here, because when I finally get this amount, dollar again goes. My rupee equivalent is rupee 1.78 crore. Okay, that is my buy dollar. I'll be buying the dollars at 1.78 crore and I'm selling these dollars at 1.8 crore. A clear cut gain of how many? 0.2 crore, which is 2 lakh rupees. Okay, that's the gain. Now, the next question that asks is the realization rate. Okay, this is nothing but the exchange rate. See, what is my total inflow in terms of rupee I'll get? See, finally, after 3 months, say for example, ABC Technologies is an exporter, they'll be getting $4 lakh. Okay, now what they are doing is they'll be going in the market and selling these dollars at spot. Okay, so what was the rate at spot after 3 months? After 3 months, the rate of spot was 44.5, correct? So what I'll do is I will sell these $4 lakh that I have in my pocket, because ideally I'm not supposed to keep these dollars with me as per the FEMA regulations, right? I will sell these by rupee. Got it? So multiply by rupee by dollar 44.5. Why multiplication? I hope you know this, because only if I multiply, my dollar will go and I'll be left with rupee equivalent. Okay, exposure is also dollar and quote is also dollar, so I have to multiply in order for the common currency dollar in this case to cancel out. I have the rupee equivalent with me, correct? So what I have is 1.78 crore, but this is not only my inflow. I also have 2 lakh rupees. If you notice this gain, this is also my cash inflow. So not only 1.78 lakh crore rupees, but I also get gain on futures hedging, which is 0.2 crore, which is 2 lakh rupees. When I add these two, I get 1.8. This is the actual total receipt in rupee against the 400k, that is the 4 lakh dollars. Got it? So what I'll do is, in order to find this effective realization rate, basically the exchange rate, what I have is 1.78 crore plus 0.2 crore. This is rupee. Okay, all this is rupee divided by the dollar. Why? Because I need the exchange rate. So rupee by dollar is what I need. Dollar, how much I got? 400k, which is 4 lakh basically. Okay, so 1.8 crore rupee divided by dollar 400,000, which is how much? If you calculate this is 45. Okay, rupee by dollar. Got it? So this is my exchange rate, effective exchange rate. Okay, so this ends the solution. Bye bye.